Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Anime Apparel Company YouTube channel. I'm your host and resident superhero nerd, Aaron Waller, and this is a brand new live stream. Today is going to be the very first, or at least the first through third episodes of DC Universe's Titans, or as my show that I used to have on my channel was Titans Talk, where I used to just recap the episode and give my thoughts on it. Now we're going to watch it live, which is super exciting. I'm very grateful to the Anime Apparel Company for the opportunity, and I can't wait to jump into the stream with you guys. If you're here with me live, of course, let me know in the chat. I would love to hear that you're here. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe and ring the bell notification, of course. But it's just going to be me today on the solo stream for these guys. But I'm really looking forward to this stream. And Titans, I don't know if I'm looking forward to. I'm hopeful for it because I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with it. Mostly hate because I wasn't that big of a fan of it. But I've been on the train and I just got to keep going. There's really no other option. But if you are here live with me, also let me know if the audio is coming across okay. And if you guys can hear the music there in the background, or if you want me to turn it down. I live off of your feedback. But we're going to have a super long stream. We have Nerd Affiliate in the house. Hello, my good friend. How are you? Fun fact, Nerd Affiliate and Hey Archer, we actually met through DC Titans and are essential, more or less, hate for it. So it's going to be really interesting to see how things go from here. Audio is great. That's good because I made the mistake of earlier playing it only through my headphone mic and not my actual microphone. So I was wondering why I sounded terrible. I think I sounded terrible on yesterday's stream, the What If series that me and Joey did, which you should definitely check out. We're going to be back next week for episode 2. But I think I sounded terrible. And I realized that I wasn't using my microphone. I was using this little guy right here, which is nowhere near as good. So I don't know what I was thinking. But I'm really excited to do it. I've downloaded all 3 episodes. We're going to be here for like 3 hours. So if you were here with me live, just popping in or hanging out for the whole thing, I greatly appreciate it. But I think we should just go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to disconnect. I don't know why I have my headphones connected into my computer and not into this guy here. Okay, there we go. I can't hear anything that's happening on there anyway, but... All right, so without further ado, I think that we should just go ahead and get right into it. Hate isn't a strong enough word. Says, hey Archer, I'm going to be on mute until I drive home because I'm at work. No problem. I still appreciate you being here. Go do your thing, obviously. If you can join, I know you have a stream later tonight, which I will unfortunately miss due to this, but I'm still super excited. But let's go ahead and jump right in. I think episode number 1 is where we're going to start. It is called Barbara Gordon. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to bring up the episode. It's going to be... Hold on. I can do this. I always have trouble with this. I actually use this hand. It's going to be down in this corner right over here where you're going to see the pop up with episode, time code, and the time code that I'm going to be at. I'm going to try and keep it as close to where I actually am as possible, but we'll go ahead and try our best from there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into... Oh, by the way, I should probably preface that we're going to talk about a little bit about each episode after it before we jump into the next one. Because there's 3, like I said, long stream, but I don't want to waste any more time. We've been going for, I don't know how long, 8 minutes already. Wow, that's crazy. But let's go ahead and jump right in and we'll get started from there. So let's bring up the timer here. And I will see you guys at the end. Well, I'll still be giving you commentary at the end of episode 1. All right, just an HBO Max logo first. It's going to be interesting now it's on HBO Max. Hopefully we'll get a better boost in quality for writing. Well, already looks like we got Jason Todd going after the Joker. I still think it's too early for this in terms of the overall show, but let's see. Hopefully they'll do it some justice. don't know why Jason seems a little cartoony. Not a big fan of this version of Batman. Even though he hasn't suited up as Batman, I'm just not a big fan. I don't know how to feel about this whole aspect with Jason going off by himself after the Joker like this, because in other versions like Under the Red Hood, and we get that backstory of Jason's death, or I guess a death in the family, like they're working together. So Batman feels a little bit more responsibility about the death of Jason. This one, he's not really going to feel too much responsibility. He told him no, but like he went off on his own. There's no way he could have stopped that. So I don't really know if I agree with this direction, but I still am interested to see where we go. I don't know what's up with that toxin thingy. So now he's getting high? I don't remember that being necessary, but okay. I don't think that that looking through the glass thing did him any justice on his looks, because it made him look weird. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks that. Check our time. Doing good on time. Okay, good. Wonder if we're gonna get to actually see the Joker in this season. I have a feeling we won't, but it could surprise us. That would be a pleasant surprise if we actually got to see him. Oh, well, we got to see his legs and his shoes. Not a big fan of the laugh, but okay. I gotta be honest, I love the Titans intro. Like this sound, I tried to match, if you notice, the intro to this show to this without copying it, just for sakes, but I love this sound, that intro, just that rock intro, I love it. See what we got here, some kind of chemical. We're gonna call this like Ace Chemicals. Oh, it might be like a scarecrow or something. Because I know he's supposed to be part of this series. Or this season, rather, excuse me. Got ourselves some Nightwing. I don't know why, but I'm already kind of feeling this episode. Like, I can feel the genuine difference between them being on HBO Max versus being on DC Universe app. Like, I feel like it's a little bit more the vibe that I would have been looking for Titans. Maybe a little bit still campy, but I'm digging it. And by the way, Dick Grayson is one of my favorites. I'm wearing the Nightwing shirt, baby. I like. It's interesting to see a little bit more cocky Dick Grayson. We haven't seen that version of him at all in anything of this. Oh, we got Gar coming back. So he's not... Nightwing isn't alone in this, looks like. In this fight. And of course, the only animal that Beast Boy can turn into is Tiger for some reasons. That was our biggest complaint in seasons like 1 and 2. Let's see if we can turn that around in the future. Superboy showing up. I'll be wearing his shirt next week, I'm sure. Does look like his S got a little bit bigger from last season. I'm gonna guess Starfire, who definitely has gotten a suit upgrade from the past like 2 seasons. I will definitely agree with that. I wish they would have gone with something like this in the first 2 seasons. Alright, that might have been a little bit too much. I don't know if Dick Grayson would have that power to push, like, oh, I mean, it's just like a panel van, I guess, but. I always forget about Crypto. I don't know about that part, to be honest with you. I feel like they've already struggled for the most part to build the Titans, let alone now they're bringing Crypto as part of it, so. Very interesting how we're going that direction, but okay. A little bit campy, but still kind of, it's more fun campy and not as overly serious, I think, as the DC Universe version. I'm kind of digging it though, like I say. Not in love with it, but I'm definitely enjoying a little bit more than the first 2 seasons, really. It's a long stream, so I gotta make sure I'm topped up. So if you hear the background noise of me having a drink or filling up my drink, I apologize. Don't know about that part. I wonder what the time jump is between last season and this one. I genuinely don't remember this. I remember her going to like Elko, and she had a relationship with somebody from her home planet that came to Earth, but I genuinely don't remember this guy, so I don't remember it being, if it's in context or not, to be 100% honest with you. think we're starting to see maybe the beginning of their relationship finally. I mean, like actual relationship and not just them hanging out together or whatever. So, who knows? Maybe we'll finally get the Robin Nightwing relationship with Starfire. I don't remember who this guy is supposed to be. Interesting. I don't think we've seen the Batman symbol in Titans yet. We just saw it there on the back of his little bike, scooter. Okay. Don't know why that sign back there is upside down. I don't remember if he's supposed to be Tim Drake in this. I don't remember. Who becomes a Robin, so when they say his name, I'm sure it'll be obvious. Can't take my eyes off the bat symbol there. Because I'm trying to think if we've seen it before. This whole thing feels a little bit weird. I don't know if maybe that's just me, but it feels a little bit weird. This guy gives me Rufio vibes, or like the guy that Dante something. Ooh, there it is. Found him dead. So Tim, yeah. So I believe this is supposed to be Tim Drake. It's like we're going to Gotham. Going to Gotham. I don't remember where the other seasons took place. They took place in weird places, but which weren't Bloodhaven, which is primarily where Nightwing gets a lot of his he protects that city, kind of like Star City or what's like where Oliver Queen is from. Where's that Star City? I don't know. Hey, Creativity from the Future is in the house. Welcome. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Don't know how long you've been there. I just saw your comment. But welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Sit down, relax. Let's watch some Titans together. Back at Wayne Manor. This Wayne Manor gives me kind of like, at least from the outside, the vibes of like the Adam West show. Obviously, this is a much darker show, but the way his sort of mansion was kind of gives me that same vibe. But their use of music is 10 times better. Even if it's not always like the perfect song, at least so far in these like 15, 20 minutes, the music's kind of been slapping a little bit, if I have to be honest. I feel like I'm actually watching a show that was well put together, at least so far. Maybe it's not perfect, but I feel like it's definitely more comprehensive than the first two seasons combined by a mile. That's supposed to be Bruce asleep, or is this his room? His old room? Okay, it's his old room. Confirmed. Some type of homework. I don't remember if they said what their falling out was in previous seasons. If I remember correctly, they just... He was about to kill or something like that, which he didn't agree with. Batman was about to kill somebody. I don't remember the exact context. Feels like forever since seasons 1 and 2, and honestly, I'd rather forget them. So the fact that we're here on season 3 is kind of baffling to me, but still, I have some high hopes based on where this is going so far. Have the iconic photo there over the fireplace of the Wayne family. Bruce, Thomas, and Martha. Oh, we're gonna go into the Batcave. We're gonna... Okay. See, this is the things that they should have had in previous seasons. The clock opening up to go to the Batcave. Little instances like this sell to fans like myself, like Archer, like any comic book nerd out there. Oh, we got the dinosaur in the background and the penny. Nice. This season is already so much better. I'm so happy with this so far. I don't know if you guys agree with me in the chat. Hey, Joey's in the house. Grand Admiral Joey's not with me hosting today, but thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. I appreciate it. He does have a stream himself late tonight, as he does a live reaction to the Bad Batch finale. So make sure you guys check that out here on the Animated Apparel Company YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out. He's cleaning Robin's costume in the middle of the cave. Even the little mannequin looks like that actor. Oh, Alfred's dead. I don't think they've said that. Oh, maybe they have said that. Still not liking this Bruce. Still love the Nightwing. Still love this casting for him. He's actually getting a little bit more to do, but not loving this Bruce Wayne Batman. Why is this Batman so much colder? This was supposed to be what he considers his greatest failure, yet he's already buried him. He's already basically moved on to other ventures at this point in Gotham. Like, this doesn't feel like the Batman that was basically rocked to his core because of the death of Jason Todd. I hope they give Connor some brains because he was pretty dumb last season. Most likely going to lose a few more their Starfire, so don't be too surprised. I don't know if any of like the main team, but somebody else will most likely die. Okay, this is kind of weird and interesting. Oh! I'm hoping ups his game means that he's going to transform into something other than a tiger. So be any animal. Stop being a tiger. That's interesting. Are we picking up around a Christmas? Because I think I see a Christmas tree there in the background. Very famous time for Batman and everything that goes there. Oh, we're going to see Commissioner Gordon. I don't think we've met Commissioner Gordon yet. At least in this series. I don't know who's playing him, to be honest. Oh, Barbara's Commissioner now. Okay. That's right. I think I do remember that from the trailers. So this Barbara's obviously already been Batgirl. She's already been paralyzed again at the hands of the Joker. So interesting to see where we go from here. Okay, so I guess the room he was in was Jason's, not his. Although, I don't know. Apparently Barbara knew him, but, I mean, we'd have no context of this. Because they did a horrible job in the first 2 seasons. Good point. I wonder how she got into the police department. I'm gonna guess with the help of her dad. After being Batgirl. Don't seem to be shying away from the F-bomb this season, which is interesting. I felt like that was a little bit unnecessary to clarify who he was talking about. I wonder if we'll actually get to see him in the whole Batman getup this time. I feel like once they found out they were going to be on HBO, they're like, okay, we'll let them start flying. Let the F-bombs start flying left and right. I shouldn't complain. I mean, if I were upset, I'd be probably just the same. Hey, the Dark Ops Z, how's it going, man? Titans and Superman and Lois show is the best. I haven't seen Superman and Lois, but I have heard a lot of good things. So far, I'm loving this season 3. I'm only in episode 1 so far, but I'm loving it so far. Wasn't too big a fan of season 1 and 2, but I'm really digging this one. cue all of the Fast and Furious memes for that one. I hope that somebody has made a Fast and Furious meme with Dom Toretto off of that line that Dick just said. Both look like a movie. Yeah, this one's definitely giving me very high quality movie vibes. I'm surprised Superman and Lois, because I think that's on the CW if I'm not wrong. But I mean, even back with Arrow, I feel like that one had a lot more quality for movie quality rather than like The Flash. But Superman and Lois, I definitely have to check that out. I've heard a lot of good things. But this one definitely has that extra. I feel like it has the extra budget now since it's on HBO. They have that HBO money. They don't have the DC universe struggling and trying to keep itself afloat at the same time. This one, they just go purely on HBO, and they seem to be doing great. Don't know what the Stranger Things music is about, but it's gonna be Jason's like stash house or something. I wonder if they'll ever bring back Rose, who was in last season and had a big fling with Jason. I kind of hope not. I feel like that kind of hindered Jason a little bit, but okay, what's this? I'm gonna guess, and this is purely a guess, that whatever Jason was into has to do with whatever the villain or aspect that Scarecrow is gonna involve somewhere in this season. He might be inhaling fear toxin just to give himself that high to go out and fight after after almost dying with Deathstroke, or fighting Deathstroke rather. I bet you that's where they're gonna hit. He was ingesting or inhaling like fear toxin. There you go. I think you just said fear toxin right there, so that answers that. So maybe Scarecrow isn't the villain. I don't know. Still got a little bit of that brutality and that ruthlessness in Dick. I appreciate that. I think Dick needs to keep that edge because I think that's what definitely keeps him a little bit different from Batman, but not quite as crazy as Jason. Spending some more time in the cave, which is kind of nice. What you would expect from a Robin or a former Robin. Doing a little bit more work in that sense. I love Batman technology. They just place something on a pad or in like a disk drive, and all of a sudden the computer knows what it is, and they figure it out. I do love the amount of panels. It reminds me of the ridiculousness, like I said earlier, of the Adam West series. This cave definitely gives me those vibes. Darker, a lot more neon and stuff like that, but or LEDs rather, but definitely very similar. Oh no. He is Batman actually like out already pre-recruiting for his next Robin? Oh, I can't believe that was Carrie Kelly. Oh my god. Unbelievable. These are all things I'm pretty sure Batman, of all people, would know about, especially his partner. Yep. What? I mean, I don't blame him. That was a low blow. I agree with it, but not entirely sure what that was about. Hopefully, we'll. I'm gonna guess it's related to Blackfire from last season, but I genuinely have no clue what that was about. Oh no. Oh no. Kill the Joker. Wow. Wow. I absolutely shook about everything related to Batman. Like, what just happened? Oh my god. That's kind of a haunting scene. Something we've never seen from Batman before, and they just went for it on this season 3, episode 1. Wow. I'm I'm shook, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I That was one of 3. I know why they gave us 3 now, because that was pretty freaking good. Oh man. I'm gonna guess there's no preview or no extra thing. I'm gonna skip ahead here through this one and we'll talk about it. No, okay. Holy crap. I don't know what to tell you. I'm absolutely baffled by that. After how much I did not like season 1 and season 2, that was the best episode of Titans, hands down. I am thoroughly impressed with what HBO has done with this show. Thoroughly impressed that they were able to turn this around and make it something fun, interesting, dark, still pretty gritty if you ask me. But the fact that Batman just killed the Joker, that was the line of lines, and they just crossed it. Like, not only did he cross it, he just came back, told Dick that he had beaten him, and he was just like laughing about it. And he beat him with a crowbar the same way that Jason died. That's incredibly sick, but I love it. And I still do not, the number one thing I have to not agree with at all in this entire series is the Batman. Not just the actor. I feel like the actor is okay. He worked well in like Game of Thrones, but this Batman is just like not the Batman we know. He's already recruiting people. He's already was looking at Carrie Kelly, who was like not even the next Robin, not even like the next Robin, but like the way off in the distance Robin, when like old man Batman, which obviously this guy's supposed to be like older Batman, but not like that old Batman, right? Because like he's had Dick Grayson, he's had Jason Todd, who just died. There's still supposed to be Tim Drake, who I'm gonna guess is gonna end up being the Robin maybe by the end of this season. But like there's still Damian Wayne, and then maybe Carrie Kelly, like when he's old. But wow, the fact that he's out recruiting them is absolutely insane. But overall, I really like this episode. The thing with Starfire probably could have done without, just because I feel like I don't really care and it has zero explanation. I guess that was kind of a teaser. But the music definitely slapped. They did an amazing job with this overall. I have almost no complaints. I really like that episode. Oh, I still have the timer going. Sorry. Let me turn that off. Whoops. I think it is this. Nope. I just turned myself off. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, that was an amazing first episode. I definitely liked it a lot. It was so good. I really hope that the rest of this series can just continue to be that good. But we have 2 episodes to go, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. If you guys have seen that first episode, if you're watching along with me, let me know in the chat. If you're here live with me, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell notification. We're going to be doing this every single week. Not this long of a stream. We'd probably end it right around here after talking about the episode. But I feel like since this is the inaugural episode, we obviously have to watch all 3 episodes. I don't want to break it up. We got to give you that long, epic stream of Titans talk. And that's exactly what we're here for. But while we're on a brief break, I do want to remind you, just checking the chat, to check out animatedapparelcompany.com for all your awesome nerdy merch. Let's go ahead and throw it over to there. Before we jump in, we'll take a little bit of a breather before episode number 2 here. So, I want to remind you to check out animatedapparelcompany.com right here for all your awesome merch, including DC, like this awesome Red Hood, which we will see next episode, as next episode is titled Red Hood. But we've also got like Superman wallets, Aquaman keychains, this sick Wonder Woman backpack, a Flash tank top, all sorts of awesome stuff. I'm going to talk about the DC stuff. We're talking about DC right now. We've got some Flash, we've got some Wonder Woman, we've got Shazam, Black Lightning, Superboy's in there. Let's see if we got Red Hood. Oh, it's on sale, which is something you'd always like to see. And you can even use my special promo code Aaron20 to get 20% off your order on top of these already sale prices. We got Star Labs, the Joker's right there. Star Labs again is a sweatshirt, Green Lantern, Lobo. Get your little guy a little Robin onesie, snap suit, whatever you want to call it there. We got some pretty sick stuff. We'll come back to this stuff later. Oh, there's a Mr. Freeze. Oh, it's for toddlers. Dang it. I thought that was going to be, I was going to have to be on all over that. But, you know, I got jokes. You know how we do it. But anyway, I do wanted to thank you guys so much for joining me on this stream. We really appreciate it. Again, this is Titans Talk, the series where we're going to be talking about and live streaming, live reacting to DC's Titans, which is now on HBO Max. I'm so used to calling it DC Universe's Titans, but it is now just DC's Titans, I guess. But after that wave that episode ended, I think I might be ready to jump into another one. Are you guys ready? Because I think I'm going to start queuing myself up here for episode number 2, because honestly, I don't think I can wait. So let's go ahead. Let's take a moment, a little bit of excitement there on episode number 1. Take ourselves a little drink here. Feel refreshed. I wish I had popcorn. I don't. But if you hopefully are having some type of snack and like some fun entertainment, hopefully you're enjoying this while we're watching Titans. If you are here with me live, if you're on the replay, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I would greatly appreciate to know if it's easier for you to watch this on the stream, or I don't know what that was about. Sorry. If you're watching this with me live or on the replay, let me know in the comments regardless. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into episode 2. I'm excited. It's called Red Hood. It's TVMA for language and violence. I can't wait any longer. Let's just go into it. Starting the timer in 3, 2. HBO Max. And I love that we don't have to previously on. Those are so annoying. We're just jumping right in. Maybe like episode 4, but I'm super excited. Still in Gotham, loving it. A Max original. Oh, we're already getting into Red Hood. This is the moment. This is from Under the Red Hood. The gangs are around the table. Red Hood's gonna show up and take over. I'm too excited. Let's see some Red Hood. I don't think we've heard the voice of Red Hood yet with the helmet, so it's gonna be interesting to see. Those the heads of all your lieutenants. That's what I remember from Under the Red Hood. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's still way too early to do this. Jason just died last episode. There should have been a period where he was just gone. Oh, I kind of like this voice. In the cartoon, he said it was all the heads of all their lieutenants, if I remember correctly. I didn't like that. Here we go. Digging the music. This can't be the guy that had this, was Robin before. Yes. I'm liking it. Very Deadpool. The eyes aren't going to move, but I'm liking this. I want to hear him talk a little bit more, though. Oh, it's a hit. Is he gonna say it? Ah, that was close. Almost had it. I think it's definitely that actor's. Oh, I think it's that actor's voice that's doing Red Hood, but he looks a lot bigger. I think that guy's surprisingly not that big. And I wouldn't expect all of these like kingpins to just toss in their guns after he kills one of them. Well, I mean, if he threw a bag of heads at them. Yes, let's go. Guys, I'm so excited for this season. I'm digging it so far. I still think some of it's outlandish. It's way too early for Red Hood, but I I'm having a good time. If you're having a good time, make sure to hit the like button, please. You gotta hit the like button. Oh no. How did Hank become a cop and has the mustache and everything and he's a bike cop? Oh my god. Hank was like my favorite thing out of the first few seasons, other than Dick. Totally missed the trash can. Oh no. Dawn is still as Dove. But in the middle of the day? Come on. He's got to go back to being Hawk. Although it did cause a lot of problems for him in season 1 and 2, I think he's got to go back to being Hawk. I still can't believe Bruce killed him. You know, I think that line probably would have hit a little bit harder had we had some time to sit with it, or it that was like something we experienced at the very beginning of the season, like intro to the season. But I mean, like that line, but like Batman comes and drops that crowbar to Dick at the end of the previous season. That would have hit really, really hard. But they had no direction in those first 2 seasons, so I much prefer this one. I really hope they don't give Dick to be Batman at some point. He does take up that mantle in the comics at some point, but I don't know if it's a good idea to push it this soon. Oh, jab of jabs. I don't know why they have to make the Titans such a public thing. I don't know. You know what I mean. Why would Bruce go on the lam like that? None of that part makes sense. But I wonder if he killed the Joker as Batman or if he killed him as Bruce. That would be kind of an interesting fact to find out this season. These two are geeking out and I love it. Are they gonna have a Dom Toretto moment every single episode? Pretty good on time. That's oddly specific. Red Hood. That's the only thing that they can assume at that point. Which, by the way, shameless plug, if you want more info on the Red Hood, go check out my video on the Animated Apparel Company YouTube channel right here. It's called History of. Great series. One of the episodes is on Red Hood. Gives you so much more context to basically everything. Maybe not necessarily that about the Red Hood, but like that reference if you're watching this live with me. But it gives more context to the history of Red Hood, how he was the Joker, things like that. Check that out. So was she sent and saying needs to talk to Nightwing? Because I think if that would be a draw for Red Hood, or in that case Jason, because he knew he would be Nightwing. Oh boy, what's that say? I'm not sure what that said. Phone number? Gotham has some very high-tech offices for the GCPD. Uh-oh. This isn't going to be good. Oh, no. She's got like a bomb or something. Or not maybe not a bomb, but like a... Oh. That's not good. So whatever that phone number like triggered the... Ooh. Wow. I didn't see that coming. So the phone number triggered the release of maybe a toxin that she had in her body or something like that. Guessing that's the Commissioner Gordon of old, Barbara's dad. Oh. Very sprucey offices for Gotham PD. Sorry about that. That's brutal. So Scarecrow doesn't exist at this point? Remember back in season 1 when he was supposed to be a cop in like Chicago? How far we've come. Okay, Scarecrow does exist. There we go. Interesting. I haven't felt this engaged with Titans since like the first opening Robin fight of season 1, basically. Feels weird to actually enjoy Titans. I feel kind of dirty for actually liking it. And the irony of that is it will likely be the season that actual fans who like season 1 and 2 be like, this is garbage. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what the reviews are on this, because this just came out at like midnight, just a few hours ago. So I'm very intrigued to find out what fans of the people like the first 2 seasons will say about this. That's very interesting. What is going on with this? It's gotta be your connection like Blackfire. That's the only thing that makes sense. Okay, these ones are a little bit too much. Yes. Oh. She's definitely have some kind of connection with her home planet or somebody else from her own planet. I don't know why they both have to go. Realistically, Gar has no ability to stop Corey in any fight. Connor would have a chance, obviously, because the ability is similar to Superman, but case in point, there you have it. Is she gonna do like, I need therapy? Oh, name drop. Comic name drop. But weird that she would say death in the family when, I guess it, Titans family, whatever you want to call it. Whoops, I keep hitting the microphone. So sorry if you're catching that feedback. That's a thing. I mean, it's happened already. Several times. I feel like they're kind of reaching a little bit with this relationship. Anybody else getting that feeling? Maybe? Just me? Okay. Dick is mad. Going to Arkham. I don't know if we've been to Arkham in this series. I mean, we've spent all of 5 minutes in Gotham in the first 2 seasons, so I don't think all of this is probably new. Do like the look of it, though. Looks pretty dope. Would have been cool if we got some nice Easter eggs there on the either on the windows, in the windows, whatever, to a couple other Batman's Rogue Gallery. That could have been really cool. Oh boy. Pardon? Who gave this man duct tape? Archer is driving. How are we doing so far? I loved the first season. It's a massive improvement over the last 2 seasons. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on it, though. It's going to be a big, big difference. Why does he just have that on hand? I don't really understand. Episode 1 was really, really good. Like, I was super surprised. Season so far, we're about halfway through episode 2. A little bit of a dip, but I think it's definitely a massive improvement over everything miles away from season 1 and 2 as a whole. The what? Nobody noticed that. This whole thing is going to relate to him moving the Titans into dangerous positions. The king being Nightwing? I think it's just a metaphor, Dick, not a literal puzzle piece here. Robin? Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like that's a bit of a stretch, but Bluebird, Nightwing. Mm-hmm. This is one of the most like Batman ridiculous things I think I've ever seen. Uh-oh. Hank is back, ladies and gentlemen. Alan Richardson gets like bigger and bigger every season. Pretty soon he's just going to be perfectly round. I like how the title is Gotham City Bird Streets. Like, thanks a lot, guys. And here's your call. Oh, surprise. So I'm gonna guess. Was that Tim? I couldn't tell. All the people that he's using for these bank robberies are people that lived on these bird streets. So he's getting. Nightwing's gonna show up, and it's those two people that were in the picture, most likely. go kick some butt. Only in Gotham would they just let 4 costume people walk into a armed robbery, armed bank situation. One person has a gun to another Red Hood. Oh, everybody's wearing a Red Hood. Okay, sorry. Probably as a division. Just nonchalantly walking into the situation. So Connor, who has super speed, isn't, well, I don't know. That's thinking too far ahead, I guess. These the kids. There's another van that Gar found, which I thought was the same van Connor was looking in. There's more to it. So it's not. Oh, snap. They went all out. Interesting. That was probably one of the best plays I've seen in terms of like villains in DC anything, even Marvel anything. Like that was kind of legit for like low time, like villainy. I don't know, but I could see that. That was legit. Where's everybody else? Ooh, that was a little blow. And the birds, whatever, chest thing. Eesh. Wonder if they'll allude to them having a relationship prior. I mean, I think they kind of did that with the photo of them at some type of gala thing before, but I wonder if they'll talk about it some more. I hope they do, because they did have a bit of a relationship at one point. Nice. Oh no. That was probably the best joke so far, I gotta give it to him. There you go. Exactly everything that I just said. They alluded to. I love Hank. Very true. Very true. As if he could just give over a whole city. Where is Hank going with this? Ooh, I wonder. I'll keep that thought for later. This feels like a good, solid relationship, like back and forth between friends. Like before, where they started, it was definitely not that. I said it before, but I love Hawk. I love Alan Richardson. He's so great. Practicing more chess moves here. I don't know what he's thinking. I think he's might be thinking a little bit too much into this whole chess thing. Unless they're just playing chess for fun, it just correlates with the episode. What do you say to that? This feels like it's moving at a good pace. Like, it may not be perfect, but it's moving at a pace that is decent and understandable and engaging rather than season 1 and 2. Wait a minute, so they brought the spike strips to stop the cops? Interesting. The cops aren't there, but a tiger is. A green tiger. It's definitely the same guys from before, because the face tattoo. I feel like they're doing a lot of talking for crime fighting. It's going to be something that's either going to cause a rift or... Obviously, Dick's going to come across Red Hood, which I wonder when they're going to reveal it's Jason. I mean, the title of the episode is Jason Todd. I feel like the proportions look off. See, the thing that made Red Hood interesting versus Batman is Red Hood clearly knew Batman's moves. Why Jason knows Dick's moves, for the most part, especially with being so acrobatic, that part doesn't quite connect and make their relationship and how this whole dynamic works interesting. As interesting as if it were Batman, in my opinion. That was weird. Oh. Show us Jason. Show us Jason. He's still just a kid, though. Like, at least Jason Todd, in my mind, when he died, he was more or less a kid, teenager, but came back basically as like an adult. But this one just feels weird. They did do a good job. If that wasn't actually his, like, if that was like a face inside of the helmet, the episode's over. I'm glad they did the reveal, but at this, like, they were able to, him be able to see, take off the timer, him being able to see that Jason was the one in the mask. It being episode 2, considering I think there's supposed to be 13 episodes, if I'm not wrong. Should be kind of interesting because, I mean, now where do you go from here other than just stopping him like normal, I guess? But I do have to say, that was kind of a decent fight scene, decent action. I still like this episode. I feel like episode 1 was stronger. It definitely had a lot more for me personally than this second episode, but still overall head and shoulders above season 1 and 2. What time is it? All right, we've been going for an hour and 40 minutes. So I think this is the longest stream on AAC so far, but the record isn't over yet because we still got one episode to go. But if you're here with me live, I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell notification. If you're watching this on replay, make sure you let me know down in the comments. Also, let me know what you're thinking about these episodes. How are you feeling? How have you compared them to seasons 1 and 2? Which one has been your favorite so far of the 2 we've watched together? I think that first episode still takes the cake for me. That ending sort of moment with Batman, a couple of other things. I feel like this episode was decent. I did like the bringing back together the Titans. I like the aspect of like Dick working with GCPD kind of off and on. I like that sort of deception moment that happened. I feel like some of the clues are a little bit of a stretch, especially for Jason, mainly because the Jason that they kind of gave us was kind of an idiot. And like, I mean, he kind of said it before. I think Corey said it, which is Starfire, in the first episode, or maybe it was the second, this last episode, where like Jason really wasn't in. No, Dick said it. Whereas like Jason's not really in the books. So why is all of these things all of a sudden very much about strategy, about like being tactical and having all this extra steps, whereas Jason was kind of not an idiot, but like he didn't seem like fully like book smart and like very setting all these things up. He seemed like very just go in head first and then just sort of figure it out. Not the Jason that you would expect, especially if they're going to go with the storyline of him being brought back via the Lazarus pit, which essentially just makes you crazier. Now it seems as though it's the reverse, where it made Jason go kind of from crazy to being a little bit more timid, not timid, but a little bit more level-headed, and being that strategist and taking these steps to not to think ahead, but also get his way of crazy, I guess, if that makes any sense. Hey, Archer is back. Welcome back. You've got your stream coming up soon, I know. Probably the next little bit. Thoughts? I'm liking it. It's a big improvement from last two seasons. It feels like a completely different show, as if somebody coherent and who actually is a fan of DC started making it all of a sudden. I feel like that's definitely where this series is going and heading. Much better than the first two seasons. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. I know you probably can't watch it right now because you're going live, but you're definitely going to have to. We're going to have to get together for some more talk. Maybe we can bring you on to Titans Talk one of these times for this live stream reaction if you ever get the time. But so far, I'm loving it. I really am enjoying it a lot more than the first two, for sure. So let's see where we are. We got one episode to go, guys. One episode to go, and we are going to be done for this long stream here on the Animated Apparel Company YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Let's do another ad break. Might as well add another one in here. Again, I want to remind you to check out animatedapparelcompany.com for all your awesome nerdy merch, including DC and this sick Red Hood shirt right over here. And if I'm not wrong, I believe we also have the Nightwing shirt that I'm currently wearing. Let's see. It was a couple pages in last time I saw it. Let me go into here a little bit. We're going to find this Nightwing apparel. Because let me tell you, this shirt that I'm wearing is hands down. Well, I wouldn't say hands down. I'll put it in my top 5 t-shirts. I know that probably doesn't mean a lot to a lot of people, but Raven, how is Raven? Let me jump back to me. Raven hasn't been in it yet, which I think is probably one of the best parts about this season, because Raven has been a big hindrance, but they said in the first episode, she's off on an island trying to basically bring back Donna Troy, like bring her back to life. So, and I'm pretty sure she succeeds, because I know at some point Raven comes back on the show, and I've seen Donna in some promo stuff, including the posters, which I thought I was crazy. I thought it would be maybe like a ghost or something that Dick was maybe seeing on the side, some sort of trauma, but it seems like she may end up coming back, which will be really interesting. But definitely a pro having not so heavy of a story on Raven, and this one actually focuses way more on Dick, way more on Gotham City, and like some other aspects that make it so much more enjoyable than those first two seasons. But I did find it here. Let's go ahead and jump back over to AAC, Animated Apparel Company. We have the Nightwing shirt, which I am currently rocking right as we speak. This guy right here, definitely one of the coolest items. Got a Red Hood sweatshirt there. Let's go ahead and take a bigger look at the Nightwing shirt. It's $20.99, which is really awesome. Fits amazing. Again, one of my favorite shirts currently wearing right now. And by the way, as if I didn't mention it before, there's the shirt right there for you. One of my favorite shirts, one of my favorite characters. I think Dick Grayson, Robin, Nightwing, whatever you want to give him as a title, is probably one of the most underrated DC characters of all time. I absolutely love his character, and he's actually finally getting to shine in this season 3 of DC's Titans. So I'm really, really loving that. But speaking of the Nightwing shirts, you can get 20% off additional to that $20.99. Imagine saving even more money than what you're already saving there with my special promo code Aaron20. That's AARON20. If you go ahead and add that item to your cart, put in that promo code, you'll get an additional 20% off. So I highly recommend using that code, or any of our codes, but mine does happen to be the superior one. But without further ado, I'm still feeling really high off this show. I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying doing this stream so far. Hopefully, if you're here with me live, you're enjoying it as well. If you're watching on replay, hopefully you're enjoying that as well too. But I think we should just go ahead and jump right in. We'll go ahead and go forward right into episode number 3. I'm going to go ahead and get it queued up here. Sadly, the last episode of the night, I feel like I could happily binge this season. Like I want to binge it as opposed to slower. Okay. Not sure what that means. I'll deal with that later. Thank you, YouTube. I feel like it's definitely good that they gave us this season to be so interesting. I like that they gave us 3 episodes because I feel like I'm really eager to binge into that next episode. The only downfall was, I think, how they ended the first episode, and sort of that moment should have been the season 2 ending moment. Kind of like with, I think it was season 2's premiere was supposed to be season 1's finale. So I feel like if they would have had the same energy as the season 3 premiere to be the season 2 finale, where we had that time, that slow burn to let Jason be killed off, and then he comes back in season 3 due to the worldwide current situation that we're in. It gave us that time. It gave them that breather moment to switch from DC to HBO Max, to be able to have been like, okay, it's been enough time that that we feel, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, we feel like we're able to accept that Jason is now going to be the Red Hood. Like, there was that good brief moment in time, even though I think it should have been longer, a couple seasons, 1 to 2 at least, but that moment in time where we could have said, okay, now we accept that Jason is dead and now he's going to become the Red Hood. He comes back in this season. I think that should have been like end of season 2. He reappears maybe at the end of season 3 or even in the season 4 premiere, but I'm not going to get into all that. Let's just go ahead and queue up the next episode. We are going to watch episode number 3, titled Hank and Dove. So I'm going to guess it's going to be a little bit more focused on Hank and Dove, as opposed to Hawk and Dove, which will be really interesting. We've seen a little bit of their dynamic still, but let's go ahead and get it queued up. I am ready to go. Let's bring up the timer, and we'll get into episode number 3, last one of the night, guys. Here we go. All right, pretty good sync. Pretty good sync. We are at 6, 7, perfect. I apologize if you see a fly around here. It's really bugging me, and I can't catch it. All right, here we go. Digging up Jason's grave. Okay. Oh, Dick's got to check. He's got to be like, okay, so this moment, again, it would have been so much more satisfactory had it actually been Batman. That connection makes so much more sense than if it had been Dick. Favorite 2 characters from season 1. Hawk and Dove, or my favorite 2 are Dick and Hank or Hawk. Those 2 are mine. I wonder if they'll do like the animated one where it's just like a dummy version. Nope, there's one with an empty coffin. That's what I kind of liked about the animated one. It was like a dummy of him, of Jason, rather, as opposed to actually leaving it blank or anything like that. Again, that intro, listen to it. That intro slaps. I'm sorry. I can't say enough good things about that. Wayne Manor. I think this is one of my favorite Wayne Manors, to be honest. They're not gonna make it through the Lazarus pit. Oh man. Is that, are you kidding me? I have a theory. I think you might. I think that's what it would be. I don't know why he said that. And I kind of gotta agree with him on that. I don't know why they said about the brother thing. I mean, brother maybe like in arms type of thing because of being Robin, but I don't know about that. Because I mean, he seemed to like kind of like not like Jason for the most part, even from the get go. So what the heck? Oh, don't make it like a split personality thing. Unless he's playing to his weakness. Oh, you kind of just ruined it if that's what's gonna go here. It's either A, gonna be a trap, or B, they're gonna try and make it like whatever toxin he was taking that maybe allowed him to come back to life. Maybe just like make him to be like a split personality type of thing. is going on? I'm either going to be very excited or very disappointed by however this shakes out. Let's call in a cab driver. Oh. I mean, it makes sense to get him on a second device and a second location because of that. Because if they found out his tracker thingy on his phone stopped at this place, of course they're going to go looking for him there. I feel like whoever wrote this was just wanting to see Alan Richardson like naked. This is one of those like gratuitous, like, oh, I'm super fit 6-pack moments that completely unnecessary. What's the point of swimming to the other end? I don't understand. Unless there's another phone. What? Did he put something in him? This is a weird over-the-top superhero thing that can only happen in comics, but I love that they put it in this show. It's wired to his heart. I don't know the purpose of this cage thing they have down in the cave. There's the family thing again. Hi. What is he watching on? Oh, his TV. I was like, there's some sort of like 3D screen technology. He's gonna get upset and elevate his heart rate. Very interesting how his heart rate immediately dropped from 88, went from 72 to 88 back down to 72 immediately. There was no gradual decrease, nothing, just immediately. That was it. I don't know how to feel about him constantly having to go to visit Scarecrow to figure out these things. Am I the only one that thinks? I mean, if anybody can do it, I kind of believe in Connor just because on the speed, but I mean, he's kind of seemed like a not very bright guy when we first met him. Has like a very mind of a child, so it would be interesting to find out if he can actually pull this off. I wouldn't expect him to not be able to, considering this is episode 3, but we'll see. Weird that Crypto understood that. Definitely seems a lot less serious than previous seasons, but I kind of like that they kind of try and make light of it, because I'm sure that's something that I would do. That's gonna get his heart rate up, idiot. Oh no. Please don't do this to us right now. You're gonna make his heart rate go up, not down. How come the machine's not going off? That was probably one of the worst pieces so far. At least that kind of made Connor smarter, even if his more casual whatever self is more dumb. In the morguing. I make terrible jokes all the time. Subscribe if you would like some more. You're live on Hey Archer Live. Hi, Hey Archer Live. If you're watching this, I greatly appreciate you joining me on Titans Talk here on the Anime Apparel Company YouTube channel. Come hang out with me. I'm going to be doing this every single Thursday. It's not going to be this long every single time. I'm watching the first 3 episodes tonight. But if you want to come hang out with me later, I would greatly appreciate it, either on replay or on later streams, which will be before the Hey Archer streams, which just happened to collide this week. But you can also check out my live stream watch parties of What If on Wednesdays if you want an extra thing to watch on Wednesdays. So appreciate you guys coming and hanging out for a minute. Hey, just Samson's in the house. What? I don't have the cool little audio and button that Archer has. Who was that? There's the plug. Thank you for the plug. Thank you. Appreciate it. She actually got him hot dogs. I just don't see the point of Jason wanting him to do this. Should have been a bird named Street. That would have been more interesting. But how could he have been taken? I don't understand. Epic music builds. Gonna go ahead and get into some action here, hopefully. Does everybody have a sync counter on Hank? The fact that this could be done by one person, based on the looks of it, because whatever Dick's doing, he's by himself, seems kind of odd that he would just send him on a solo mission. Well, I mean, Dick can pretty much handle himself. I don't think he needs the entire team of the Titans to back him up on something like this, especially if he doesn't have to or want to do this. Oh, looks like Dove is the one that's going to be taking charge on this one to try and save Hank, which I guess shouldn't surprise me. See, that's some cool stuff they should have had in earlier seasons. This is tech and suit ability that they should have been using the whole time. Not once in season 1 and 2 were any of them able to do something like that. Is it the fly thing? Who's that? So you're going to use the power of meditation to slow his heart rate? This is the weird sort of stuff that I miss from the first 2 seasons. Once again, Dom Toretto. Cue the memes. Cue the memes. I gotta get a stream deck so I can hit buttons that play cool audio. Like cue the memes or something. I don't know. Just wait. I don't know why I said that. See, these are good character building moments. They have their little funny banter. They have their more heart-to-heart moment. This sort of very brief back and forth, even if it's more surface level. So much better. So much better. Oh, okay. You know how you pull up to somewhere and then a dude falls on your car? Wait a minute, he said he had a plane. So did he fall from a plane and he accurately dropped him on the car? Let me guess, take the bike. Cyrus Peak. See, everybody's synced. And not once did they have the moment of where they synchronized their watches. This was the moment to do it, and they didn't do it. This is keeping it light. Keeping it light. How is what happened to him? What happened to Jason has nothing to do with the Titans. Or even Batman, kind of. At least in the context of this show. I mean, in Under the Red Hood, I would say it's definitely in the context of Batman, but with this... Why do people like jalapeno on their Hawaiian pizza? I've never tried that. I kind of want to try jalapenos on my Hawaiian pizza if I do say so myself. He's not going to be there. Oh, maybe he is going to be there. I just feel like the actor... Interesting way to take off the mask. Well, they definitely were able to bring in like the not liking Jason, because I didn't really like him from the first or the second season. First season that he showed up. Are we really gonna have this moment, guys? And by the way, the fact that he was able to suit up and do his hair in pursuit to try and get there as fast as possible. Both are basically indestructible. What's the point of them getting out of there? I thought he was going for 100%. I guess he's going for 0%. Wow, calling him bad boy. Low blow, I think. Run, Connor, run. Oh, wasn't low to begin with. Okay. Seriously. Wow. You put the detonator in the trigger of the gun. Oh, snap. They're holding no punches in this season. That lamp stayed upright though. That's interesting. Despite that blast, that is a solid lamp. Wow. Well, they did find. They got it. I gotta give it to them. They're killing it this season. I don't know if they're gonna have a preview. Let's see if we can fast forward for episode 4, which will be next week. No preview that I can see, but I'd rather not have a preview. Well, they sure know how to end an episode. I'll give them that, because the last... Was that even close to in sync with the timer? I don't even know. Maybe you guys didn't see everything that I saw. Anyway, that was a heck of a first 3 episodes. I'm so glad that they came out with 3 rather than just 1. I want to keep binging it. I'm thoroughly enjoying this season. Um, I do feel like that moment that they did there at the end was probably the best move that they can make, though, considering that they have to figure out a way for them to be after Jason and not just, oh, I'm trying to stop him. But the fact that they killed my guy, like, that hurts. Like, kill Gar. We don't need Gar. Kill off Raven, though we haven't seen her in this season. Kill off, I don't know, somebody else that's not Dick or Hank. Those are my people. Like, I think if Dawn would have died, it probably would have been a little bit more interesting. Mainly because, but then they probably would have gotten stuck with having killed off Donna last season, and now Dawn is being killed off. They're only killing off basically women, which is not a good thing. But the fact that they killed off Hank over Dawn, I feel like Hank would have taken it a lot worse, though. But Dawn's definitely going to be very ruthless towards Jason now. It'll be very interesting to see how she goes moving forward. I don't know if there's anybody still left here. If you have been here part of the time, some of the time, whatever the case may be, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are liking this Titans talk, make sure to hit like down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell notification. But so far, I have to commend them. I have to give them claps. I have to give them 2 thumbs up. They absolutely are crushing this season. So much better than the first one. I've probably said it about 18 times in this like 2.5 hours we've been streaming. But definitely some of the most interesting things. Now, I think that this opens up the door for a lot of interesting things for them going forward. I hope that Jason isn't the only villain of the season. I'm trying to think back to seasons 1 and 2, because season 2's villain was Deathstroke. Season 3 was kind of up in the air as to if there really was a villain, if I remember. But this one, they definitely have a villain, which is nice. There's a lot more energy. There's a lot more movement. There's a lot easier story to follow. It's less brooding for no reason. Things are actually happening and progressing through 3 episodes. I went through all the ebbs and flows of emotion, whether it be good or bad, enjoying the season, deaths of certain characters. I feel like there are still weaknesses here and there, though, despite all the highs. There have been a couple maybe jokes that haven't landed. There's been some things that maybe I probably wouldn't have done. Again, the whole Red Hood storyline is way too rushed. Batman is terrible, but luckily there was only that 1 to 2 episode, mainly the first episode, where Bruce Wayne is there. It's just not a good Batman. It's not his failure. It's just kind of just went overboard and then took off. Not Bruce Wayne Batman that we all know and love to a degree, despite his faults. So I think that there are still improvements to be made on the show, but they're minor in comparison to what they were before. I had pages of things that could have been fixed for this series in season 1 and 2, but now in season 3, it's become like a short list. It's very, very little that I would probably change. The music's improved. The acting is improved, despite I genuinely thought that the first 2 seasons, the acting was pretty terrible for the most part. Now, I think there's going to be one big problem, or one big tell as to how this show will continue and live or succeed or die, basically. And that's going to be with the return of Raven. We are going to know that Raven is going to come back at some point from her hiatus, or maybe they're going to flash to her next episode, to her being on, I think she was going to Themyscira, if I remember correctly. Don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure she was going there to try and basically revive Donna Troy. So I think it'll be very interesting to see how it shakes out if she does end up being able to bring her back, which I fully believe she will. But when Raven returns, not only her relationship with Gar, but how she behaves, how her return impacts the show in general. I mean, she was basically the entire focus of season 1, and it was horrible. She was kind of the focus of season 2, not the main focus, but she did sort of step out of that light a little bit, but she was still a very heavy player in season 2. Now that she's gone in season 3, the show is leaps and bounds ahead of where it was. So I guess I just have to trust the fact that they were able to come into HBO Max from DC Universe app over to HBO Max and make a quality show. And whoever took over, whatever writers or whatever sense they had knocked into them between seasons 2 and 3, they're able to take the Raven storyline, or Raven just the character in general, and basically drastically improve her. I mean, even with Gar, I now have seen a better side to Gar, not only in terms of comedy, but the fact that he may be wanting to turn into other animals and become Beast Boy and not just Tiger Boy, which was another major complaint from season 1 and 2. So it'll be really interesting to see where they're going to take it from here. I think the best course of action for episode 4 would be to make it focused on Raven in Themyscira. I'm just going to call it Themyscira because I don't remember where she was going. They said she went to an island, but I feel like that will be a good point based on what just happened with this finale, or not the finale, but the final moments of this episode. Now would be a good moment, the perfect moment, if you ask me, to take that step back and be like, oh, this is happening over here. Kind of keep you, oh no, I just dropped everything. So sorry about that if that was on the audio there. Oh, I just dropped it again. Okay, we're going to set that there. We're going to move that over there. Okay, so, but yeah, I think overall, definitely a massive improvement, but if they incorporate Raven's story now, it'll be very ideal for the show. A good moment to take a step back, keep us on a cliffhanger until episode 5, where we can come back, regroup, reassess based on what just happened there in the final moments of episode number 3. But overall, just I couldn't be happier. I was genuinely worried. I was kind of dreading this, not the stream, because I love hanging out with you guys, but kind of dreading watching Titans again, because I didn't like season 1 and 2 that much. Ask my buddy Hey Archer, who's probably streaming right now. He's got his live stream, but I'm gonna try and bring him in for one of these, because I think, especially maybe for the finale, we're gonna need to talk about it. I can't wait to hear his thoughts on it, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it, whether you're here with me live or in the chat, for the chat, sorry, or if you're watching this on replay. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking so far, because I'm loving it. I can't complain. I mean, I can complain about some things, as you heard me do, but for the most part, I am genuinely happy with the majority of this show. The twists and turns, I feel like, are probably some of the most interesting. It doesn't feel boring. Even in the most boring moments, I felt like it was actually very interesting, very engaging. Something was happening. We're moving towards a goal. We're not just sort of standing around while something else happens in the background. And then all of a sudden, by the finale, we're supposed to get together and figure everything out. We're a team all of a sudden, and let's take this guy down. No. We're actually having these building moments that we're losing friends. We're not just in a flashback like they did with Aqualad in season 2. We're losing friends. We're having these struggles. We're having to overcome them together. We're all being impacted. It's not just Dawn being impacted. It's not just Dick being impacted. It's not just Gar being impacted. All of these events are impacting all of them. I mean, just with Connor there at the end, I can only imagine what sort of possible, I guess, traumatic experience that's going to be for him, that's going to spark some inspiration and want some revenge against Jason. Other than Dick and Dawn's personal relationship with Hank, I feel like that would probably be something that would, fuel their fire. Corey obviously being a friend of Hank, Gar being a friend of Hank. So those things make sense. It's not just, oh, we have to help Raven get to XYZ because she's having her little jewel thing in her head start to hurt or whatever, like they did in season 1. It just made no sense. But this one, it's cohesive, it's understandable, it's enjoyable, and that makes me really, really happy. I'm loving it. I can't say enough good things about it. Genuinely, oops, I just opened up a random program here on my phone, computer. Just dropped my dropped the ball a little bit. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. I have no complaints. But thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it here on the Animated Apparel Company YouTube channel. We have new content daily. Actually, Joey's going to be streaming later tonight. He's going to be doing a live stream of the Bad Batch, the finale. Let's go ahead. Let's see if I can pull that up really quick. Bear with me for just a second. Oh, that's probably not a good idea. Well, my computer doesn't like it when I try and open up a new tab. So we're not going to do that. We're actually going to completely ignore that. You guys are just going to have to take my word for it. Come back here on youtube.com/animated apparel company, or just hit the backlink or the little thingy down below that's the logo of the channel, and you can go to the channel. It'll be under upcoming live streams. Joey's going to be doing a live stream watch party reaction to the finale of the Bad Batch. I'm going to try and stay up for it. Hopefully try and be there to support, or at least stop by. The worst thing that can happen. That's going to be at 3 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, and I think that's midnight Pacific, if I'm not wrong. I'm terrible with time zones. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on there. And then on Saturday, I'm going to have my history of video. Make sure I'm not going to tease it. I'm not going to give you hints as to who it's going to be, anything like that. I just going to have to wait till Saturday to find out. And then what else do we got going on? Monday, we have our Universe on the Line, which is a stream between Joey and I, where we just hang out. We talk about stuff, share some funny videos, memes, play fun games, which is what we've been playing was That's Facts or That's Whack, which has been super fun. I did a Obscure Heroes and Villains edition. Joey gave me an Olympic version. I'm not sure what we're playing or doing this week, but I'm really looking forward to it. Then on Wednesday, we have our What If stream, which was yesterday for the first episode. I'm really looking forward to the second episode, which I don't really know what it's going to be, but I'm still super excited. I've been liking the animation of that. I know Joey was a bit on the fence. The pacing was weird on that show, but you can get our full thoughts if you wanted to watch party live stream with us there. That's on Wednesdays. The replay of episode 1's already available, but you should definitely check both of those out. And of course, Titans Talk here with me live every single Thursday. They won't be this long next time. I believe it's only one episode per week releasing after this one. But I had a great time. I hope you did too. But also don't forget to check out animatedapparelcompany.com for all your awesome nerdy merch. Again, this awesome Nightwing shirt that I am wearing here is on sale for $20.99. Plus you can get an additional 20% off using my promo code Aaron20. I've got a pretty sweet adult red hood crew neck sweatshirt here. You can get the adult, or excuse me, the adult. I keep saying adult because I keep reading adult. The red hood sweatshirt here. I believe we also have it in a t-shirt and possibly a tank top. But they're all pretty sweet and get pretty awesome stuff, including Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman for men, women, Suicide Squad there, Green Lantern, Batman and Joker, but reference to the very first episode that was Wild for Titans that we just watched. All sorts of super sweet DC, Marvel, video games, anime, Star Wars, all sorts of amazing, awesome, nerdy merch that you can get. And as I said, you can use my special promo code Aaron20 to get 20% off your order. That is AARON20, and you can save 20% off the items in your cart. But we have been going for nearly 3 hours. I am pretty much out of my drink that I refilled once. I have no snacks. My butt hurts from sitting in this chair for 3 hours. But again, I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed this stream. We'll be back next week, or I'll be back on Titans Talk this next Thursday. And I'll see you again on Monday. I'll see you on Sunday. I gave you the whole schedule already for where I'm going to be. But I do want to give myself a shameless plug. How can I plug myself when it's just me? Well, you're about to see me do it. You can check out my own personal channel, Aaron Waller YT, or just Aaron Waller, searching it on YouTube. I have just finished. I put the semi-final nail in the coffin for my series of Revisiting the MCU, where I've been rewatching, re-reviewing, and talking about every single Marvel Cinematic Universe movie in release order. And I just did Black Widow. I know I have a video here on the Animated Apparel Company YouTube channel as well, but I just did my Black Widow on my own personal channel. But next week is going to be the epic finale, August the 19th, which I think is actually the same day as Titans Talk next week. So it's easy. You'll be able to remember. It's going to be the epic finale where I'm going to be ranking the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies from worst to best. So we're going to start at 24. There have been 24 movies. I did 24 reviews. We're going to start at 24. We're going to tick our way off, check by check, all the way down to number 1, which will be the best Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, in my opinion, of all time. So be sure to go ahead and check out my channel for that awesome content as well. But really, other than that, that's all I have for now here on Titans Talk. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this epic journey. I kind of wish we would have made it to the 3-hour mark, but to be honest with you, I had so much fun, and I think that's where mainly a lot of this stream that I really enjoyed came from. But thank you guys again so much for joining me. I hope to see you next week. I hope to see you in our Universe on the Line, the What If streams, my own videos. Like them all, subscribe, do all the button pushing down below. I greatly appreciate it. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in the next video.